Hi, so hello and welcome to part 4 of our currency converter tutorial. So first of all, I'd like to apologize. I know I took way longer than I promised to release this video, but some things came up. Basically, I lost my job.
Screw you! You're fired!
So it wasn't quite as dramatic as this. It just, they let me go. So I had to find another job. Thankfully, I found another job. But then I had to go through a lot of training. Actually went to another country for training, so that took a while. Then there's of course this idiotic YouTube fiasco. There was a thing they're doing with Google Plus. It was just every time I went to YouTube, it was just forget this stuff. I didn't want to deal with this for a while, so finally I did that. So the good news now, 1,000 subscribers, over 1,000 subscribers now. So party time. Congrats all of us all around. Thank you guys. Keep subscribing for those who haven't yet, and I'll try to bring you great videos. So the other good news is that we are in a crazy app. It's either a boom or a bubble. Probably a bubble, but let's pretend it's a boom as far as it comes to apps. So Snapchat turned down $3 billion. $3 billion for an app to send pictures to each other. Okay, I'm sure there's no bubble there, but there you go. Said to be worth $4 billion now. Clash of Clans sold what, half of itself for $1.5 billion. So that's another $3 billion app company. So we are at the right time and place to take Cha-Ching to the next level. So we're gonna make at least a couple hundred million, I think, by my calculation at least, because it's a great currency convert. Anyway, on to the video. So you're gonna basically finish up the app in this video. There might be another video, but just sort of clean the app up and make it look pretty and such. Okay, so also one thing I've noticed that most of you leave the videos after about 5 minutes. So people watch, and then after about 5 minutes, like, I don't have the stats right now, but probably 70% of you stop watching after 5 minutes. And I mean, you're not gonna learn anything after 5 minutes in programming, unfortunately. So you have to stick with it. Maybe my video sucks. That's okay if you're leaving because of that. But if you're just getting bored because it's a long video, it's 20-30 minutes. You need to dedicate yourself a little bit. You need to stick in. I mean, hang in there. Yeah. Okay. On to the video. Thanks. Alright, so copy this URL right here. Go to your web browser, paste it in, and go to the website. And it should ask you to download something. So these are the values. I'm gonna choose open. It's fine. And so here we see the JSON response which we get when we ever request the exchange values. So what you want to do is, so this is a JSON object, and inside it, I believe, is another JSON object called rates, right? And in rates you have these like key value things. So this. So right, so let's try to extract some values. So what we want is Great British Pound, and I'm guessing the euro here. So we want these two, GBP and EUR. Right, so back to our app. So on success, we get the JSON, right? So what we want to do now is turn this string into a JSON object. So there's a class called JSON object. I'm gonna call this, I don't know, JSON object is equal to new JSON object. There are a bunch of constructors here. I'm gonna use this one. So this accepts a string, which is a JSON string, and you're gonna take that string and turn it into an object if it works. What the hell? Right. So that's fine. You need to surround this with a try catch. So an exception. Surround with try catch. Right. So what we have here is this entire thing here. This entire thing is one JSON object. So this is what we have right now. And then we need to go into that rates. Equal to right. So what's happening here is we are going into this JSON object and extracting another JSON object. So we're going into the whole thing, and we want to get the rates object, and it's identified by this name here, rates. So this is another object within an object. So that's why I created the rates object, and I'm gonna get use this one here. It returns the JSON object, and use the name here. Oh god, like that. Rates. Right, so returns an object, not a JSON object. Alright, so sorry, not get JSON object. My bad. Happens. Right, so that's fine. Now we have this. Now we have this object. This thing, the whole thing is an object. Now we want to get the BGP. Where is it? GP. Right. GPB. No, GBP. Yeah. Right. You want to get this one and the euro. So just copy that before I screw it up again. Rates object dot get. Now there are a bunch of gets, so get string looks promising to me. Definitely, because well, it's not a string, so that's wrong. Get double. Yes, that's probably correct, because this looks like a double to me, right? Alright, just try that. Get double, and we put the name here. So we're gonna get this get this value by using this name. Right, so what I want is double GBP is equal to GBP rate is equal to that. I'm gonna do the same thing for our euro here. And just change the key here. Right, so I'm gonna remove that logging there. I'll just something simple. I don't want to print the whole response to log, so HTTP success. That makes more sense. And so here I want to print out the values which I got. GBP rate, and I want to print out the same for the euro, right? So with any luck, that will grab the appropriate objects. Right, so my emulator crashed. I need to start that up again, and I'll see you on the other side. Right, so emulator started up again. Run as under application. Oops, sorry. Only one. Yes. I'm gonna switch to the logcat here. Make sure that's selected. Should be seeing something sooner or later here. Right, so we change it to only go out on the internet when you click the button. So click that. Let's see if anything happens. Ah, fantastic. So HTTP success. You got the British pound value and got the euro value. Excellent. Now all we need to do is use those values to actually do the conversion. Right, so what I want to do here, I got the, well, a bunch of ways this could be done. So we're on the in the click, so I want to do the conversion with the user presses the click, so presses the button, I mean. So I have the two values here. I can probably, let me go back to my layout, give these things good names. So what I have, I did text USD, that's fine. GBP, what is this called? Text view GBP. So, and the other one is, oof, this is right. So it's one of the problems of renaming the items after you have put them all together, because the layout depends on each other. So once you rename one, all the others sort of lose their reference. Let me see if I can rename it through the properties here. God, I hate this thing. Hate it. Why is it so tiny? Here you go. Ah, it's up here. Excellent. Right, so edit text USD. Let's see that. Ah, see, this one does offer to update all the references. So that's excellent. Oh, that's excellent. So it actually to actually go through and rename all the other stuff so as well, so nothing breaks. So edit text view GBP. Yes, and then there's a euro. Yes. So that's the advantage of using the right tool for the job. Alright, so all that is renamed. Text, edit text, USD value, let's call it, is equal to edit text, find view ID, that ID that edit text USD, right? Right. Need to import that. So there we're gonna get US dollar value that the user has entered, and then we're going to have the text view response value is equal to text view view ID ID that text view British, and same deal for the euro. you import that. Right, so if you anyway, I don't want to write that again. So again, some caution here. You should probably check if the if the user has actually entered anything. Well, we should probably do that. I'm going to do that. Okay. If I can remember how to do that. Right. So USD value dot get, what is it? Get text dot to string. Right. Right. So this is the string of whatever is in the USD value. What I want to do is convert it to a double. So double USD is equal to string dot no, sorry, double dot value of. So this is a nice little method that converts a string into a double, passes a string into a double. Right, so now we have the USDs. So now we need a double for the great. Oh god, see, that's the problem with typing and talking at the same time. God. Is equal to, what is it is equal to? Is equal to the USDs times the GBP rate, right? Right, I think that's about right. And same deal for the euros. Euro rate. I think that's correct. Right. So we have both values. Now we're just gonna put them back into the text views, and this is kind of poor design because I'm gonna need to replace the entire text view here, right? Because it's not just going to. So you could do this better. You could put another text view here, so you don't have to change the actual text. Just change the value here, right? But since we're lazy, just gonna do it this the easy way. So GBP. These variable names could use some work as well. So set text, just set text, right? Nope. GV value dot what? All right. DBP, right? GBP, the British. Set text to string dot value of the double. You could probably just set the double, I think, but just I don't know. Great British pounds. Right. So we're setting the text view to this one here. So that should be correct. Right. So euros. Right, like I said, so because that's just going to replace everything, this is going to disappear, right? So should probably add this kind of ugly stuff, which pounds, but ugly will do. At the end of the night, ugly will do. Alright, so that's it. I'm not checking if the user has not entered anything, so that's, I wouldn't do that in a final application. But if you go back to my converter app tutorial, you'll oh no, I didn't do that either. Alright. So what we need to do here really is surround surround everything here with an if. Surround with if, and what we want is this here. Want to get whatever the user has entered into the text field. Oh god, I hate it when it does that. Right, so that equals, we want to make sure it's not equal to empty, so only if it's not equal to empty do we, I hate this formatting thing here. What is going on? Right, so if it's not equal to empty, then we go in here and we start, because if the user has left it empty and you start doing math on an empty string, you're just gonna crash everything. So else, if it is empty, display a toast. Make get application context. Yeah. So this is going to display to the user, hey, please enter a value more. So it's gonna show it for a long amount of time, and we need to remember .show at the end always. Always forget that one. Right, I think that's that. Let's see here. Minimize that. It's probably crashed, but it always does the first time. Let's see. Run that. Run, yes, that will be later. And hopefully we're done. And the next, well, depends how I break these videos down, but the next, just want to tidy up some things. Right, no crash so far. Let's try that. Do it. Well, that didn't work out. Oh, sort of worked out, but a bit late. So that's an interesting thing there. So we should probably check if it's empty before we even do the internet call, right? So that makes some sense. So I'm gonna move this if here. Remove it. I wanna move it to just inside the on click here. So as soon as the user clicks, I want to see if there's anything in the field, and if there's not, I'm gonna just not do anything basically. No, so it's a little confusing here. Hold on. Sorry, I've confused myself here. Right, so what I want to do, just inside on click here. So alright, so I want all of this inside an if statement. Sound with if statement is the way to go probably. And the if statement I want is this thing right here. Now you can see a lot of things are beginning to happen here. So first of all, this USD value doesn't exist before here, so you need to move these outside. I'm gonna move these right here. You need to add the final. It's a Java thing, it doesn't can't access it if it's not final from an inner, inner method, inner class, whatever. Put the final there. So that's that. The same thing here. You need to put, just gonna fix that for you. Gonna put finals there. You need, let's see the error here. Never cannot refer to a non-final variable inside an inner class. Okay, defined in a different method. So again, change that to final there. So that's that. I wanna get rid of this and this, and then put this else down here. Oops. Right, so it can get quite confusing with all these curly braces here. Okay. Right, so this is our if, and there I'm gonna put an else there. Gonna show a toast if nothing has been entered. I think that's about right. Let me minimize that. So you see, you never really know where these things are going to take you. This is, I think, about where we want to be. Right, me. Terrible formatting here, but you know, things happen. Right, so it's loading up. Right, so do it. So immediately get an error now. Doesn't even try to go out on the internet. That's exactly what I want. And I'm gonna enter a value here. I don't know, 100, and then do it. And now hopefully, you see, has gone out over the internet, fetch the values, and then converted to the appropriate currencies right there. And I believe that's correct. Let's see if 123.56, do it. Should go out and there you go. Well, it's a little ugly because we are not trimming the decimal points or anything. So you should look to that if you want it's called string formatter, I think. You can format how the strings appear with how many decimal places on that. So yeah, it works. So but you can see we might use some improvements. Maybe we show a little spinning icon here when it's actually fetching on the internet, and maybe we also disable the do it button while it's fetching over the internet, because then a user might click it multiple times. So let's just see if that's correct. 123 US dollars. 123 point what was it? 0.56 6 USD to Great British pounds. 79.51, 79.55. So you know the currency depends on who you ask what the currency is. CU to Euro 92.24, 92.34. So it's about right, because these are obviously different providers of exchange rates. Yeah, so that's that. So in the next tutorial, we're gonna put a little icon here for our about. Yeah, like you can click and it shows you, you know, the who created the app and so on. And we're gonna see, maybe we can put a spinning little indicator there that we are fetching stuff from the internet. Yep. Thank you. Bye. Subscribe.